yeah, like I said before the show started, I was just kind of giving you guys the rundown of how I have my Jellyfin set up, and where we left off was I do have it connected with TV head end, and I think that is probably one of the most difficult pieces of software I've ever had to configure. But anyways, yeah, I use that to record the live TV shows. There is a TV head end plugin for Jellyfin that I've been looking at using to see if it's any easier in getting that set up. But yeah,
so are you using TV head in through Kodi or just by itself, or
just by itself in a container? Yeah. So I have both Jellyfin and TV head end in a container, and then it just grabs the stream from the container network. Yeah, I think I'm up to around when I'm all done encoding here in the next couple of weeks, I should have over 1,000 movies. And
so you are recording TV shows through TV head end, and then Correct. You stream them through Jellyfin. Is that how you do it? Okay. Yep. I got you.
Yep. Exactly.
I use it to record over-the-air TV with a TV tuner card through Kodi using the TV head end plugin. So.
Okay.
And then I have the client, installed on Kodi as well, so I can actually watch the shows. So the TV head end server does the recording, kind of like you're doing. Except I don't have Jellyfin. I just use Kodi. So these guys, Honky uses Jellyfin.
Yeah, Jellyfin's great.
Yeah, I love it.
I love the
piece of software.
The UI on it is beautiful.
I will say that the only reason that I've stuck with Plex, even though it's become much more commercialized, is because long before it started being that commercial, I donated to them and I got the lifetime pass. And they're still sticking with that, so I'm still sticking with them.
That's surprising. Yeah, I would have thought they would have taken a different route on that. But yeah, kudos to them for sticking with it.
A bunch of people bought that lifetime pass. A couple of my friends did too. If they went back on that, man, they would have a lot of angry people.
Does that include the streaming to mobile?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
And all the live TV stuff that they have.
Yeah. Nice. Is it just me, or does Plex keep on going back and forth as to whether they would allow non-paid people to use the mobile?
Now, see, I don't know if they're going back and forth on it, but it seems like kind of a pointless restriction since you can just go to frickin' Chrome and do the exact same thing, or whatever browser you want,
right?
And on your phone, and still use it.
It's not as clean of a UI, but yeah, you can still do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I had times when it was not working through the mobile app, and then it started working on the mobile app, and then like a year later it stopped working on the mobile app. I don't know.
Well, I'm sure one day they'll crack down on sharing.
What? Yeah, were they threatening that recently?
I have no idea.
It's slowly being enshittified.
They were saying that they're supposed to be cracking down on pirated stuff or something recently.
Will they? Maybe I will switch to Jellyfin. Not that I pirate.
They were doing that. I can't remember the details of it, but it seemed to be like, I just had it on the tip of my tongue. But yeah, you're right. They were starting to crack down on
like sharing your server with other people.
Yeah, or what was it? They were
sharing pirated content, I believe, something like that.
Well, they are able to, so they can index. I think it is I heard on some other podcasts where they're indexing what you have, and if it's in the list, or maybe that was I think that was something that someone was pontificating, like how far they could go.
If they're going to do anything like that, then that's an immediate stop for me. If they actually do implement anything like that, I will be on Jellyfin so fast it makes their head spin.
You mean like search hashes of pirated movies
something like
or something?
That, to where it was like, hey, we obviously know that you have pirated stuff because we can see what's on your server, and they were gonna, I don't know, turn you over to authorities or whatever. But I don't know if they went that far, but someone was talking about, that's what they could. That's as far,
It's
how
what they
far they could take it.
do, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because it does all go out to Plex.tv. So yeah, I guess they do have access to your entire server.
And that's one of the main reasons why I went with Jellyfin is I'm a big DIY privacy kind of advocate, and I
fit right in on this show.
Yeah, everything I can do. I don't want any, not that I don't have anything to hide, but it's just no one else needs to know what I have or anything like that. So that's why I
we've
went
gone over this topic so
you
many
may
times
have
in the
nothing
show.
to hide, but you have everything to protect. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what was it that just because what was it? Someone said it. Saying that you have nothing to hide is like saying that we don't need freedom of speech because we have nothing to hide is saying that. I can't remember this. It was a good saying. I'm botching it, but there was a good saying out there as when someone says, "Hey, I don't care if people sit here and snoop on me if the government snoops on me because I have nothing to hide," and there was a really good corollary argument to that.
Yeah, I think it's something like you don't have anything you necessarily want to share either. Something like that.
Right.
I've heard the quote too. I just can't think of where the exact quote though.
Now, what are you using to rip the movies?
So I'm using Make MKV to rip.
Okay.
On the command line, or not command line, but it's actually I'm using a container of MKV, and then I'm just using straight up FFmpeg to do the encoding. I'm actually working on a side project that automates all of that. So
hey, Mike, real quick. Snowden said arguing that you don't care about the right to privacy because you have nothing to hide is no different than saying you don't care about free speech because you have nothing to say.
Exactly. Yep, that's what I was thinking of.
Pretty good quote.
Yep.
Have you tried Handbrake?
I used Handbrake. And then I tried using the command line of it, and it just wasn't as customizable that I wanted. And there was something else. I had problems accessing the profiles.
Yeah, Handbrake has some issues every now and again with DRM where it only do like the first 10 minutes of a movie or something.
Yeah. I've run into that problem before.
Yeah. Before I started doing my little automation side project, I was just using the UI version of Make MKV and then using Handbrake, to encode it. But now I have it to where it's all automated to where my 4 disk drives open up. I feed the monster the disk drives, I close it, and then as soon as the disk drive opens back up, it's on my Jellyfin server ready to go. So
nice.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm hoping to have this ready here in the next, I don't know, maybe month. I'm going to put it out on GitHub for everyone. It's called Automated Ripping and Encoding Software. So ARES. And my friend told me that it sounds like arse, but but that's what it's going to be. But yeah, so I've with this project, I've learned way too much about FFmpeg and all the different codecs. I thought I had a good grasp of all that stuff, and I was clearly wrong. So there's way too much to learn.
FFmpeg is brilliant, though, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it reminds me of like one of those like digital audio mixers where you see all the knobs and all the cables going in and out, every patch cables. Mm-hmm. That's what FFmpeg reminds me. It's like you got to have everything just right. It's super powerful, but if you have to have everything just right for it to work.
I remember when YouTube first stopped allowing RSSs, I had all these complicated scripts to like turn the YouTube channels that I watched into downloads and then put them up on what server? I was trying to remember what server I was using at the time, but it was before Plex was really a thing, so I was like downloading them and then converting them, and you had to have FFmpeg just set up exactly right, and the script that went along with it was so long that I just automated everything and had it check all the channels every hour to do it. Added
Yeah.
it to my cron that one time and never had to type it all out again.
Yeah, I think FFmpeg is like the glue to the multimedia portion of the internet. If that went away, the internet would just stop. Like
Pretty
YouTube
much,
would
yeah.
stop, Spotify would stop, everything would stop.
You know what? I bet they don't get nearly enough corporate donations, considering how many corporations got rich by using their software. You know,
Oh yeah, yeah,
probably.
yeah. It's a
Well, I'm sure that's true of most open source software. You know, you think of all the open source web server software and everything that the backbone of the internet, and it's just individuals doing it in their spare time voluntarily. You know,
yep.
kind of sad.
Yeah, especially AWS. I call them the strip miners of open source.
Mm-hmm.